It's Jen. I'm coming to you from Montana, the western part of Montana, and it is amazing here. I am having so much fun doing readings all over the country. The energy is very different out west, and I gotta say, I really, really dig it. So let's see. This is going to be a reading for Quickie for the midweek, starting about the 5th of June. For all the signs, they'll be time-stamped. You can find them in the description, and I'll put them in the first pinned comment. You can find me on Instagram at NotSoMysticalTarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com, and I hope you enjoy the scenery behind me. All right, hopefully the noise isn't too loud. There is a highway pretty close, but hopefully the noise isn't too loud. Oh, and thank you to everyone who's ordered readings while we've been traveling. I'm having so much fun getting to do them all over the place. It's really, really great. So thanks a lot. All right, we're going to begin with Aries. What do we have for Aries? 7 of Pentacles. We're being choosy right now, okay? And that's a good thing. Notice that he's got this rod here, and there's a pentacle right down there, but you see that he's not like picking this pentacle up. He's not using this pentacle for anything. It's because it's not for him. Let me see. Should I put this up a little bit? Yeah, I think so. We'll put this up a little bit. How's that? Okay. So for Aries, no, I don't like it like that. Let's just keep it down. You know what it looks like. Anyways, he's not going to pick this pentacle up because this is not the pentacle for him. It's not meant for him. It's not for him. And he is not going to just take the first thing that's just thrown his way, okay? And that's, so we're talking about being choosy, Aries. Let's see what we're being choosy about. What are we being choosy about? Wow, this is like so much fun, like having this great scenery. I love it. I hope you guys can enjoy this, like right here behind me. Ooh. And we've got, let me see if I can adjust you a little bit. How's that? We've got the 8 of Wands. So you have him not using the wand here, and then you have the 8. So there's energy that's coming fast. That lets me know that there are much more choices on the way for you, and that you don't have to just take whatever comes along. You have all of these choices, and you have the energy coming so quickly to you right now. Oh, that your card is taking off on me. That's okay, though. You have energy coming so fast that you will be able to pick and choose what's right for you. And look at this. You get this 10 of Cups coming toward you. Okay, the 10 of Cups is all about happy marriage, happy family. It can be like family reunions. It can just be a sense of wonder and happiness at home, fulfillment. Whatever it is, when you are picky and choosy about what you allow into your life, you allow much more of this to happen. And then the other one you got was the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, all about nurturing, loving, and this whole thing says to me, Aries, that it's time for you just to be really, really choosy about what you allow into your personal space, because that is the most important thing for you, and that is the only way that you're going to feel truly happy is if you don't have things in your space that cause you stress and grief, okay? All right, we're going to go to Taurus next. Excuse the wind out here, but I really wanted to do this out here for you guys because, like, the inside of the RV is just, I don't know, the inside of the RV, right? So let's go to Taurus. Plus, it's a little warm in there. Taurus, what do we have? 4 of Pentacles, Taurus. So it looks like for some reason you are holding on. I'm going to move this over here too. You're holding on to some things. You're holding things really, really close to you. And let's find out what it is that you're doing that with the Emperor. Okay, this can be a project you have at work. This can be something about your business acumen. But whatever it is, you're very, very guarded at this time. And you know what? I don't think that's a bad thing. I actually like to see this card come up because it's always a good reminder to me that sometimes when you want to jump in with both feet to something, you stop and go, wait a minute, you know, where are all my assets? Where is all my money? What am I getting myself into? And this guy is asking, what am I getting myself into? And, you know, you may have this illusion of like, hey, I'm going to go and, I'm going to open this business and, you know, build it and they will come. And that doesn't mean it won't happen, but it is saying take stock of what is the cost. It's time to measure the cost, Taurus, and see what you're getting yourself into. Let's get a little more clarity here. There's somebody else we're at a site where you can camp for free, so there's somebody else driving in. I hope they don't think I'm like a witch. Maybe they will. Who knows? All right, so Taurus, oh, here we go. 8 of Swords. Yeah, there's something here that you don't want to see. Sometimes, you know how when you want to do something and you kind of, part of you knows better, but the other part of you just really wants to do it, that like, it's like you do something knowing that you shouldn't be doing it. I feel like that's what you're getting into. Like, someone's trying to get you involved in some kind of business decision or some kind of business deal, and you're like, oh, I don't really know if I want to do that. And you're kind of ignoring that inner intuition that tells you, don't get involved in this. Ooh, we're flying away. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, because look what you have. You have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is, it's a gift from the universe. That's your intellect, and it's saying, hey, think this over before you just jump into whatever this person is selling you the Emperor's bag of goods, but that doesn't mean that you're going to end up with the Emperor's purse, if you know what I'm saying. So be really careful what people try to offer you right now, because they may not have your best interest at heart. They may have their best interest at heart. Yeah. Okay. Gemini, what do we have for our Geminis? Page of Wands, getting some kind of a message. Pages are always a message from the universe, and this is a message of action. So don't mind the cards that are moving. It's a little bit breezy out here. Hopefully the wind doesn't bother you. But yeah, we're getting a message of action, taking action in some respect. Where are we taking action toward our family and lifetime, our goals? So you have this, it looks like you have this goal here. How's that? That's better, huh? You have this goal here of creating either a happy union, happy family, happy home life, something like that. And the universe is saying, okay, that's great that you have this goal, but now you need to take action to get to this place. So what is the action that you're going to take to get to this place? Or how do you take the action? Sometimes that's the question too, is we have to ask ourselves, how do we even take this action? I keep flinging cards. They're taking off. 10 of Swords you have here. So I think that you are hesitant, and that's why you're getting this message. Maybe you've taken steps in this direction before, and you've gotten really, really hurt and disappointed. Well, you know, that the thing is, no relationship works out except for one, if you're lucky, right? Something always goes wrong. That's the thing, and this is the message the universe is sending you here, is that it's not too late to take action. It doesn't have to be like this, okay? This definitely is in the past. This is not in the future. This is saying, listen, just because it was really bad before doesn't mean it's going to be really bad this time. But let's get just a little bit more information here. It is awkward. It's not my usual setup. My shuffling is uncomfortable, but it's just really cool being outside like this. Yeah, you're just really hesitant. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is all about kind of, you could see kind of hanging back because you're thinking, geez, if I take one more step, I get the 10 of Wands, right? And the 10 of Wands is a big, heavy burden. Do I want that? Big, heavy burden, big disappointment. But the thing is, if you don't take that step, like the page is right here, right? If you don't take that next step, you're never going to get here. So you're going to have to put yourself out there, Gemini. Put yourself out there in whatever respect it is. Just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's not a time to be afraid. All right, we're going to move on now to our Cancers. What do we have for Cancer? Cancer. Ooh, I think Aries got this. 7 of Pentacles. We're being choosy. What are we being so choosy about, Cancer? Ace of Wands. Okay, you may have someone that's very, very attracted to you, or you could be very attracted to someone, or this can also be just taking action. There may be something that you want to like jump right into, and part of you is going, ugh. I want you to pay attention here. See that he's got a wand right here, and he's got a pentacle right in front of him, and he's not picking it up. This is saying that you have some kind of opportunity, or some kind of relationship, or something right like in front of you, and part of you is saying, like, I don't think this is such a great idea. And I think I have to agree, because here you're talking about being really choosy, and you're not taking what's being offered to you. And even though the aces are always gifts from the universe, sometimes you don't want every gift that people give you, right? Not every gift is a gift that you've asked for. This may just be something that you, maybe subliminally you thought you wanted it, but you don't. These cards are just jumping right out here. Knight of Wands. Okay, this explains it. I don't usually do a lot of relationship readings unless it's like particularly what I'm reading for, but here, Knight of Wands is all about Mr. or Miss right now. Miss, you know, like this feels good at the moment. He does not care about consequences, not trying to form a long-lasting relationship. So that's the thing. It looks like what is in front of you is really for fun. So if you're just down for some fun, just enjoying the moment, not getting all super involved, that's fine. But this other person, if this is a person, may be much more attached than you would like them to be. So basically, don't toy with whoever this is. If they're coming at you and you don't really like them that much, but they're there, you have nothing else to do, you might want to rethink that. Yeah, Queen of Cups, because you don't want to play with somebody's emotions. If this is, you know, pertaining to you, watch your moon and rising signs too. Just be careful, because you don't want to toy with somebody's emotions. You know, they might be really into you, but you're not. You know, this is I'm so in love with you, and this is what's your name again? This is kind of how this goes. So, if this is you, be careful. You don't want to hurt people this weekend, okay? Or this week. You just could have that. You could have that opportunity, and that's not who you are. Not at all, Cancer. You are not that person. All right. You'll beat yourself up for it anyways. We're going to move on to our Leos now. What do we have for our Leos? Ace of Pentacles, Leo. Got a big opportunity. What is the opportunity? Do you not love the scenery back here? What is the opportunity that we have going on for our Leos? Oh, an opportunity to be up all night and be worried. What this is telling me is that you have had something either financially or at your workplace or your home, organization, finances on your mind, keeping you up, keeping you up, keeping you up. And I think that this is an opportunity that's going to fix all of this. Not necessarily fix it, but end the worry. There's going to be some sort of solution. The universe is offering you a gift that's saying, hey, here's a solution to this, okay? You don't have to live in terror and in a state of complete and total insomnia all the time, because this is just being overwrought with worry. But it looks like that's going to come to an end. So that's really great, but let's get a little more information here. It's hard to shuffle outside because the wind takes these cards and takes off with them. Let me see if I can a little bit better of control. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's over. Look at this. You have the Death card. So this worry and up all night, whatever you have had that's been troubling you or worrying you has come to an end, or is coming to an end. But let Death come in and kind of clear that out. Death isn't a scary card. It's not a card to make you feel afraid or to put you in fear that something terrible is about to happen. It's more just like saying, hey, I'm going to clear out the stuff that doesn't work anymore. I'm gonna set you free from all that stuff that doesn't work anymore. But let it happen. Don't fight it, okay? It may be a little uncomfortable, but that is going to feel so much better when you're not a worried mess all the time, right? Oh, wow, okay. King of Cups, what did I say? It's going to feel so much better. This is affecting not only your financial life, but it's affecting you personally. And by letting Death come in and clear out this worry and whatever this is that's going on and kind of rewrite everything and set it all straight, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel emotionally very fulfilled, like you're back on the right path, like you're doing things the right way, and that's going to make you feel a whole lot better. All right, we are going to go to our Virgos. What do we have for Virgo? Middle of the week, around the 5th of June. Two of Pentacles. That's okay. You're setting yourself back up, reorienting yourself. You may have had a little bit of a wobble here, some rougher seas, but it's time to see that you're able to reorient yourself. Look at this, and the High Priestess. So you know deep down everything is going to be okay. It may not have felt that way to begin with. You may have felt very off kilter, but you know what? You've started over before. So this is nothing different than that. You've started over before, you'll start over again, but you know what? Deep down, you don't like to, being that you're an earth sign, you don't really like to admit that you have such good intuition, but you really do. So you know deep down that everything is going to be okay, and you know that you can totally handle this, but you don't always remember that you have this intuition. You don't like to rely on that. You want to see it tangible form. You want to, like I said, you're an earth sign, so you want to see the tangible proof that it's going to be okay. You know, just this gut feeling thing is just not, it's not your jam. But guess what? You have the Chariot coming at you, so it's all going to work itself out. It's going to feel an awful lot better, and sooner rather than later. And yeah, you have the Tower. So something definitely went down here. You got 3 major arcana here, and you're getting set back up. This Tower already happened. It's not coming. This already happened. So this Tower happened. It caused this little bit of wobble. This may not have been devastating, but the energy does come fast to kind of clear it all out and help you move on. And use your intuition. I know you don't like to use your intuition that much because you want to see cold, hard facts and you want to see cold, hard cash right in front of you too. But you know what? Use your intuition because you know that this starting over, it's almost a relief to you. I feel like that. I feel like it's almost a relief to you, this opportunity. All right, we're going to head to our Libras. As long as the wind doesn't blow all of our cards away. Heading to Libra, what do we have? Ace of Pentacles. Wow, we're getting a lot of aces right now. A lot of aces in this energy for the middle of the week here. And the moon. All right, Libra. You have got a huge opportunity coming your way, but you want to be very careful. I think you have more than one opportunity headed towards you, and I want you to be really careful because not everything is as it seems. It may be a good opportunity, but you want to know what you're getting yourself into. And another sign got this too, something very similar to this. Yeah, you're going to have possibly much more than one opportunity, but you want to make sure that you really know what you're getting yourself into because they may not everybody has your best interest at heart. You know, sometimes other people have different ideas and they're for their best interest and not yours. So just make sure that you don't get caught up in everything and that you see what's really, really going on. I'd like another card. I'm holding on to them really tight because the wind keeps blowing them away. So it's hard for them to jump out. There we go. Knight of Swords. Yep, this is just about using your brain. The Knight of Swords is mental acuity and agility. So that's like I said, you have this opportunity. Don't get taken. Use this rush of intellect, and the thing is, you are the sword, so you already have this kind of mental agility and acuity, but use that rush of intellect to really pay attention to what you have going on, and to what is being offered, truly being offered to you. Don't just take it because it seems like a good idea at the time. The thing is, you know better anyways. Yeah, and here you go, Four of Swords. More swords, this is you. The Four of Swords is about taking the time away, evaluating, really seeking understanding about what's being offered to you. Don't, like I said, don't just take the first thing. I'm not saying anything that's offered to you is bad. I'm just saying don't take the first thing that shows up on your doorstep, okay? All right. Heading to our Scorpios. All right, what do we have for Scorpio? Page of Cups. A message. Pages are always messages. So the universe is trying to send you some sort of emotional message. Okay, Scorpio. And the Ace of Wands. Wow. This stuff is just coming up and coming up. Aces and pages. Like crazy. But Scorpio, you know exactly what this is. This is just you. This is you getting yourself all involved in not always in places that you should. This is saying, listen, you know, just because it feels good doesn't necessarily mean, and you are not the only sign getting this message, just because it feels good right at the time doesn't mean that emotionally it's a really good thing for you to be getting involved in. You have this opportunity, and I feel like it's opportunities, but what the universe is saying is, hey, listen, you have this opportunity, but remember, there's an emotional caveat to all this. It isn't just this feels good and so I'm going to go do it. There are emotions involved here, not necessarily yours, but the other person's. And sometimes, and like I said, I don't gear towards love readings, but when it comes up like this, I mean, really, what else are you going to call it? You just want to be really careful. Yeah, and judgment, because again, when it all sorts out in the morning, it could really be that you have put yourself in a position that you don't want to be in, and maybe you could hurt someone else. If you don't take this out as a love reading, you could do it more as an action. Like, there may be an action that you feel like you want to take, but you know it isn't really the best thing for you to be doing, but it's just something you feel like doing, and it's not the best idea. I mean, it could even be like cutting corners or something like that. But if you take it, if it has anything to do with a relationship for you, and again, watch your moon and rising signs, because it's a general reading. Just really, pay attention to the outcome that's possible. And you have the Ace of Pentacles, so it definitely could be It doesn't necessarily have to be love related or action related. It can have to do, or what it's saying too is it could have an impact on your finances and other things. Like just because something feels really good at the time, it could impact other people emotionally and you, and because of that, it could impact your home life, your finances, whatever it is that you're thinking about doing. If you don't think you should be doing it truly, oh, there's big birds up there. Maybe you're going to want to rethink it. That's what I'm getting here is let's be really careful what we get ourselves into. Okay? All right, Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius? Two of Pentacles. Somebody else got this too. Two of Pentacles. Reorienting, getting yourself straightened around. Maybe a little bit of a wobble has happened and you're kind of reorienting yourself. Okay, well, or a big wobble has happened. Devastation, loss, sadness. Something was a very big disappointment. The good news about the 10 is that 10s are the end of a cycle. So that means it's over. Whatever this is done and over with. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's done. The cycle is over and now it's time to start fresh, okay? Here's the big wobble. Here's the little wobble. Okay, that's happened, but this is done. Or if it isn't done, it's going to be done. Something that's causing you this wobble is going to be done and over with. The thing that I want you to remember here is you got to take the swords out and walk away. Dead is dead is dead is dead is dead. It's done and over with. Whatever it is, whether it was your choosing or not, doesn't matter. You gotta let it go. Ooh, 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 so that you can build up this again. Okay. And look what you got here. If you don't let it go, you still get this. This can also be guilt like from other people. I find that a lot, that something like this happens and you're trying to get yourself situated around and you get guilt like from other people. People put stuff on you. They try to impose their rulings on you. They try to impose their thoughts and ideas about what you should or should not be, or how you should or should not reorient yourself. And you can't allow that to be an influence in your life, because you have to get on with your stuff, okay? You have to get on with yourself. This is a painful situation, and you have every right to heal from it in whatever way that you need to. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be loss of a job. It can be a problem with a coworker. It could be anything, but whatever it is, you're allowed to deal with it in whatever way feels best for you. You don't have to listen to what everybody else thinks. Oop, there we go. Here's our other one. And Temperance. Take balance. I love this. See, and look at, she's got the 2 cups here, that she's got the water flowing back and forth, the emotions, and you have the 2 of Pentacles here, reorienting the tactical, tangible life. So you know what? It's really, this guilt is not your problem. You just do things in a balanced, even way. Keep your cool and let everybody else sort all their stuff out themselves. It has nothing to do with you. It's nothing to do with you. It's not your problem. It's theirs. All right, we're going to move to Capricorn. What do we have for our Capricorns? 2 of Cups, Capricorn. Okay. Teamwork, maybe? Relationship with yourself, that happens too. And the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, this could be a partnership. This is not necessarily romantic. This is more like it could be a partnership with work. But whatever this proposed partnership is, it's really good for your personal environment. I mean, you are an earth sign, so you are the Pentacles. Whatever this relationship is, or this opportunity that's coming, it can really be something that can enhance you in your own environment, whether it's monetarily or it could even be like reorganizing your home or something. There's some kind of relationship is being offered to you. It could just be you getting to know yourself better, you getting real with yourself. I find that a lot with this card, that it can just be you getting real with yourself. What do you really want? What do you really want out of your life? And sometimes when we ask ourselves those questions, we're able to cut out a lot of things that we don't want and really improve our financial success and our home life, our organization, our relationships, even with our inanimate items. It's very common. Let's get a little more information here. I am dying to know what's going on here for Capricorn. 4 of Cups. Yeah, you're bored to tears with something. I feel like it's your environment. You're bored to tears with some environment, whether it's your work environment or your home environment. Yeah, well, it's your house. Bored to tears. And this doesn't mean that you're bored with your person. This means more that you're just bored with your environment. I think this is just bored with your environment, not your relationship, because your relationship by the 10 is happy. But I think your environment needs something. And I think you need to look inward for that. Definitely look inward toward what you really want, from your I keep hearing environment, your home life. What do you really want? Because a lot of times, even when you decorate your house as a younger person, even in a few years, you're like, I don't even like this. I think that your environment needs a change. Something in your immediate space is boring you to tears. It could be your job also, but your actual home life seems happy. So it's just the stuff around you that you don't like. All right, I'll be interested to hear what that is. Watch your moon and rising too. Get a little more clarification. It's a general reading, so. All right, we're going to do Aquarius. Four of Pentacles, Aquarius. Keep your mind on your money and your money on your mind, all right? Like my buddy Snoop, my favorite. Love Snoop Dogg. Anyways, I digress. What else? Four of Cups. Okay. Yes, you don't want to think about your finances. You are not interested at all, but this is saying it's time. These fours are like drudgery sometimes. Yes, it's boring to work on your budget. Yes, it's not interesting and freeing to save money and, deny yourself certain things. But I don't take this miser card as a bad thing or as only the miser. Sometimes I just take it as, hey, it's good for you to get a handle on your money. Where's your money? Check your passwords. Don't be lazy. To me, I'm getting lazy with this. Don't be lazy. I don't feel like checking my bank account today. I'll do it tomorrow. You know what? Check it now. Check it now. Get a handle on your finances. Check your passwords. Check all your bank accounts. Get your balances on your credit cards. Just take a look at all your statements. This to me is saying do not be lazy and say, oh, I'll worry about it next month. No, worry about it now. Because you know what? Worrying about it now will save you a whole lot of hassle next month. And next month, you'll be glad that you weren't too lazy to look at it. So that's what I'm getting from this Aquarius. And I know that's not very interesting. I'm an Aquarius. I can say that I don't think it's interesting at all. But that's what we're getting. So you know what? I'm going to do it too. I'm going to check all my stuff tomorrow. Make sure there's nothing that I'm missing. Something I didn't pay. With us traveling and being on the road, it's very easy for me to possibly miss something, and I don't want that to happen, so I'll check mine if you'll check yours, okay? But let's get some more information. What is going on here? With the Two of Cups came flying out here. So, yeah, it looks like this is just really not what you feel like doing right now. You want to do other things, whether this is work on the relationship with your significant other or work on your partnership in your business or you basically want to work on anything that isn't this, this also, it seems to me like you're doing a lot of self-exploration and you really would much rather be into you. This strikes me as you working on you, and you would much rather be doing that kind of thing than anything related to finances. But you know what? That's too bad. That's just too bad. Let's get one more card here. I don't mean to be all grumpy about this. Let's see, what else? The Devil. Yeah, old patterns and behaviors. So, yeah, it's very easy to be like, yes, I'm busy thinking about this. I'm up in my head doing something very ethereal and very interesting, and I'm over here. But you know what? This is not going to pay your bills. This is not going to be the right thing to do. And while you're all busy getting deep and getting to know yourself, you don't want to fall into an old pattern of somebody else will take care of it. Somebody else will fix it. You've got to be the one. And I know this was like, for you Aquarians, because I'm an Aquarius, this was like so boring. That was so boring. Watch your moon and rising sign for something more interesting. But this is important. You really gotta take a step back and look at the practical part of your life right now and make sure you're not missing anything, okay? Okay. And our last but never least is Pisces. What do we have going on for Pisces? Two of Cups. What is this about? You have had a time of it relationship-wise with your mostly family. I've found from most of my Pisces people that watch. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. It looks like you've been really working hard at trying to improve both the relationship and how you relate to yourself, but also how you relate to other people. And you're doing all this work on yourself in hopes to relate to others better so that they can I think you feel a lot of times like people don't understand you. You're so sensitive and so sweet and kind and caring and soft and gentle. Not soft and weak, but just you have a gentle way about you, and other people don't get you. They take advantage. And I think you've been doing all this work on yourself, trying so hard to make it be better and to make people get you, and it's slow. The Knight of Pentacles is just the slowest moving energy in the deck. So it's just really, it's been a very painful process for you. Let's get a little more information. Yeah, this has come up twice. The 10 of Wands, burden, heavy burden. Like, you've worked so hard and you're just like, why am I still carrying this? Why am I still feeling like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders? I've worked so hard. But you know what? The good thing about 10s is the 10 signals the end. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of all of that. And look at, you got the Page of Swords, okay? And swords, ooh, bugs. Swords are your intellect. So don't get so wound up in the fact that this has taken forever. I'm carrying all this burden and no one is understanding me, because 10s also mean it's over. It's time to put this burden down. You know what? If they don't understand you, that's their problem. It's not yours. Now you're getting a message. Pages are always a message, and this is an intellectual message saying to you, hey, listen, you've done everything that you can do now. You have done the work on yourself. You've tried to understand yourself. You've tried to share who you are with other people. It's taking them forever to figure out who you are, and it's taking you a little while too. But you know what? This burden now is done. It's time for you to put this down. It's over. There's no more. No more. It's time for you to put it down and to walk away. You've done all that you can do, Pisces. Now it's time to just take care of you. I think some self-care is needed there. All right. I hope you've all enjoyed this reading from, I think I'm in Cascade, Montana. And you can see the buttes behind me. It's just so cool. Maybe I'll do some more readings from here. We may stay here a couple days. We'll see. Thanks again. And again, to everyone that's ordered readings, I really appreciate you, and I'm enjoying them so much. I'll talk to you soon.